Hello, hi everyone. Today we are going to see the support ticket of the release strategy. The business had a requirement that whenever the PR is released and the purchase requisition is released completely, they need some fields to be changed. They need access to change some fields. Not all the fields, they need only some fields to be changed. Is that possible to make that applicable in the release strategy or not? So to do that, they raised a support ticket or a user story for the support team, which are working as a consultant team. So they checked the system of release strategy once, and they found one field where they can maintain the field selection, saying that this field can be edited and this field cannot be edited. If you maintain that field selection there in the release indicator, so that you release the PR also, you can edit the PR and change the necessary changes, and again the release strategy will come into picture. So let's see the configuration once. How does that work? So let me go to the SPRO transaction. Under SPRO transaction, let me go to the material management. Here, go to purchasing. Under purchasing, you have purchase requisition. So under purchase requisition, open the release procedure. Before that, check if anything of flexible workflow is activated or what. So let me check and deactivate all the flexible workflow. Okay, as of now it is deactivated. So go to the release procedure, open the release procedure with classification. Here, open setup procedure with classification. So open this. Under this, you have an release indicator. So open this release indicator. Here, you have block and release. You can have n number of indicators. So as of now, we have block and release. When it is block, the system will not accept you to release for the PR for the PO creation. If it is released, then it will release for the PO creation. Let me go to this because it is the final upload stage. Here, you have an option of field selection key. If you select the field selection key here, based on the field selection key, what you select. Now, what is this field selection key? The field selection key is nothing but you will have, that is a screen layout, which is also called as a screen layout. The field selection key will decide which field is mandatory, which field is display screen, and which field to be hidden. So that if you make it optional entry or if you keep it as a required entry, whenever the PO is released, even at that point of time also the PR can be changed. Okay, so we have a standard field selection which is ME54 for release. Before I select this, let me go and check what is that ME54. So let me go to the screen of SPRO, SAP reference IMG, and go to the material management. Under this, go to purchasing. Here you have release purchase requisition. Here you have the defined screen layout and document level. So click on this. And these are the field selection which are visible here. You see here, this list and this list both will match. Okay, now we have a standard field selection which is ME54 for release. Use this, open this. Under this, you have certain fields which can be made as a required entry. If you keep it as an optional entry, you may edit or you may not edit. If you keep it display, then you will not be able to edit anything once the PO is released. If you keep it required entry, when the PO is released also, it will ask you for the value to enter. So let me keep it optional entry so that whenever the PO is released, then also you will be able to change the PR. So I'll take this field selection key here and I'll use that field selection key here, which is ME54. I'll put in this field selection and release it for the PO. And I'll save this. And whenever the release is configured, and when the release is triggering in the PO or the PR, you will be able to change the values which are kept as an optional entry. Let me take a reverse scenario. Think that the business is asking you not to change anything after you create the PR. certain field should not get changed, certain field can change. At that time, you can make this field, which they're asking not to change, make it display, which they want to change, make it optional entry, so that your functionality will work in the PR. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you.